Hello everyone, eBomb113 here with another video. So this is my Lego and Mega Bloks haul from a flea market I went to this past weekend. So I'm spent about $200 total, not exactly on all this, but just some other things. I bought some other things while I was there, like knives, sunglasses, and just anything that piqued my interest. But I was able to find quite a few older Lego and Mega Bloks sets or in figures. So I'll show you all of the deals I got, and yeah, I'll get started on the video. So I went to, if you're in the tri-state area of like Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, I went to a flea market up in, I think it's like the middle of Ohio. It's called Trader's World. It's a pretty big flea market, and I got quite a few big deals. They used to sell a lot more than a couple years ago that I remember, but they kind of dwindled these past couple years. But there were only three like booths or areas that sold like older style Legos and Mega Bloks. So I'll show you all the deals I got. First thing I got was a old, or I guess it's not too old, but it's an Assassin's Creed heavy armor knight, I guess. I never got this one in stores. I meant to get it, but never got around to getting it. I got him for $5. I thought that was pretty reasonable. It's a pretty interesting looking figure to me. Then I went to another guy, or went to one of the guys I bought from a company him and a few friends started called the Brick Bank. I think they're mostly in Ohio, but he was selling figures for $1, and then you could get 3 accessories. So what I did was I got a bunch of ladders. He had a big bin full of just old Lego Mega Bloks, pretty much anything Mega Bloks ever made, and a bunch of accessories. So you could get a figure and then 3 accessories along with the figure. So I just got a bunch of ladders because I always seem to be running out of ladders. So I'm probably not going to use these guys for anything specific, just use them for parts. But I thought for $1, you can't beat that. And I went to another guy at a place called JB Comics and Toys, and they deal with all kinds of old toys and video games. But got a bunch of old Halo figures for $4 a piece. So I got a white armored and a silver armored CQB Spartans. So I thought that was a pretty good buy. I do like the armor quite a bit, and I wasn't really a fan of the Mega Bloks when they released like older versions of these. I didn't really get into them till about probably about a year or two before they upgraded the figure system. But so I don't have a lot of rare older figures, but I thought those were pretty good buys. I got 2 EVAs. Probably the Halo 3 EVA armor is my favorite of all time. So any Red vs. Blue fans, I love the meta armor. And then I never realized how comically huge these guns used to be. I don't know why they're that big, but they really stick out in a bad way, so I probably won't keep that on them. And then I didn't even realize that, I think this is a Recon Spartan. I didn't even realize they made these, to be quite honest. So I thought that was a pretty good buy. Plus, these are my favorite armor color, black. So that's pretty much all the figures I got. Got some pretty good deals on them. And then I got from the Brick Bank. He also had a big tub of just plates and other things. So I got pretty much everything in this line was 25 cents. So literally a quarter. You hand them a quarter and it's yours. So I found like the frame of a Warthog with 3 Warthog tires, and the 4th one's missing, but I was able to find a replacement for it. I'll get to that later. So I found like an old Mega Bloks boat piece. So it looks like it was part of a speedboat or something. It even has the Mega Bloks emblem right there. The focus, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll probably make a custom boat or something out of it with a few machine guns or something. I found like an old base plate. I think it was part of the Spartan heads that didn't really go over too well, but I thought it was a pretty good, for 25 cents for a base plate, I thought it was pretty good. Oh, there's the cards. if y'all want to contact them about possibly finding a set. They said they were nice enough, the two guys I went to that gave me these cards, they were nice enough to say that if there's ever a set I wanted, I could just text them and they'd keep an eye out for it and sell it to me if they could find it. So I thought that was pretty cool, making contacts like that. I found this old base plate. It says Green UNSC Spartan 2, so I'm assuming it came from like their action figure line that were had magnetic joints or something. I never really got into them all that much. I didn't think they looked that interesting. Plus, when they released those, I wasn't really a fan of Mega Bloks just yet. So 25 cents for anything in that line. So I thought that was pretty good. Then I found an old Bionicle set. So one of the last few bigger sets they released, part of the Glatorian lines, for any Bionicle fans out there. So I forget the name of this, but it's pretty much just a sled, or a snowmobile, or a sandmobile, whatever you want to call it. But it was about $7, and I think this one and it was like a bike with a side carriage on it that was blue and had two blue and silver guys in it. I couldn't really find, or I didn't really buy any of those back when Lego had the Glatorian line on shelves. So I think it was a pretty good deal getting him for $7. And for any other Bionicle fans out there, your older Bionicle fans, I'm sure you all know what this is. It's a Rockshi. So any of you new guys out there weren't in Bionicle's heyday, as I call it. So I got him for $7 too. The only thing is he's missing a foot and he didn't come with a staff, but I figure I could use him for parts since I already have a couple other Rockshi in this color. So then I got two other Rockshi. The guy was nice enough to cut me a deal on them, so he gave me $7 for these two Rockshi, and they were complete. As far as I could tell, pieces still worked, nothing was broken. Actually, I think Panrock, I think is his name, the brown one, came with a few extra pieces, so I guess I got a score there. So guy was nice enough to cut me a deal for $3.50 a piece since I'd bought so much from him. So any of you old Bionicle fans out there, I'm sure you all remember the good old days of these guys. So I don't know if there's many older fans like me. Some of my parts are starting to break or get old and weak, so I'm trying to keep an eye out for nicer sets that still have their friction and strength and their joints to replace nice parts. So like pretty much anything 2006 on, Lego redesigned a lot of pieces and they just were a lot weaker than these. Like with these Rockshi, I have no problems at all. Like I bought them used and their joints are still nice and frictiony, I guess. That's probably not a word, but I think I did a great job finding these guys. So I really appreciate the older sets because they're built to last if you take care of them properly. Now if you physically bother them a lot, then they're going to break easier on you. But if you take care of them, they'll last for forever. I also got a drop pod for 25 cents. So this was in the 25-cent bin. The only thing is it's missing a door. Oh, there's a sniper rifle in there. I didn't realize that. Oh, cool. Bonus. Alright, anyway, back to my review. So it only comes with one door, and two doors are missing, but 25 cents for a drop pod. I guess the little flap thing's gone too, but I think it'd look good in like a diorama as like an old drop pod, from the Human Covenant War or something. So I'll use it no matter what. But 25 cents, you can't beat that. I thought I really got a good buy on that. And I found a Hero Factory motorcycle. I think it's what that is anyway. So didn't come with a guy, but I think all the pieces are there. It was $7 as well. So I didn't really care for Hero Factory all that much, but I thought this looked really good. And you can use it for Bionicles. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. $7 for a vehicle. Then I got a older Call of Duty set, so if you ignore him. I have an idea for like a prison cell that's not like this. I didn't really care for this set all that much. The one I did buy was on clearance and I used it for parts, but I had an idea for another one. So keep an eye out for that one in the future. But I think it was a $40 set, might have only been 30. But I got it for 35. I didn't really care for the guy I bought this from. That's why I didn't get a business card from him, because I didn't care for his business all that much. But I tried to buy 4 Mega Bloks sets off of him, and all I wanted was $10 off, and he wouldn't budge on it. So I only bought one. I only bought the one I really wanted for parts. So it wasn't the best experience ever, but yeah, you win some, you lose some. It's a hit or a miss at flea markets with older sets, so you gotta be careful for that. Then I got this bag from the Brick Bank. The guy I really liked, and I got all the Bionicles from. He had a bunch of really good deals. So he had these like packs on these walls. So I got this whole bag of wheels. So it has Lego, Mega Bloks, pretty much anything from any construction toy line is in this bag. So you can see there's a Warthog tire right there. So I'm probably going to use that to put on there. And there's a few like Call of Duty wheels. There's pretty much wheels from any line. So Lego, Mega Bloks, or anything else. And it's only $2. Like two US dollars. I'll show you the price tag. So $2 for a pound of wheels, axles, and tires. I thought that was pretty good. He did have a bunch of other bags too that were like camo or military or space themed. So there's a bunch of like similar parts that were similar colors. But I didn't really see any. Well, he also had a Halo bag too. But they were $5 and I really didn't see any pieces I needed. So I kind of passed on that. And then there's one more set. I got this right as the flea market was closing down. The guy was nice enough to let me talk and look around a little bit because he knew I was going to buy something. But it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's the Milano? Yeah. So this was the original that Mega released with the original Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I think they released another one for the second one that came out this past year, but it didn't look that enticing to me. But this one, it's beautiful. The design, the build. I didn't actually build it, but just looking at it, it looks like it'd be an interesting build. The only thing is, it didn't come with any figures. But on the upside, I offered 40 for it, and he asked for 45. So I think it was a pretty good deal. I think it was like a $70 set at one point. So since it's rare, you can't find it on shelves anymore, and it's probably gone up quite a bit. But I think it did a pretty good job with it. So 45 for a really nice looking ship, give or take the figures. So that's pretty much it for my haul and for this video. So sorry things are a little bit messy, but I think it did a pretty good job. Like I said, flea markets are a hit or a miss if you go to them with older Legos or Mega Bloks or whatever you're looking for. So if there's any near you, see if you can go to one, get your parents to go to one. Find some pretty cool stuff. You just have to be careful of a few things. And bargain, definitely bargain. You'll run out of money very quickly if you don't bargain. So just a few tips for those of you who want to go try a flea market. You can find a lot of cool stuff, or you can wind up with nothing, so it's a hit or miss. So that's pretty much does it for this video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching.